Let's admit it. Whether it be financially or scheduling wise, sometimes it's tough to get in for a golf lesson. So is it BS or is it actually beneficial for you to take lessons online and just send a quick video for your golf fix?
Golf is not that hard.
Well, it doesn't have to be. That's why we cut through all the highbrow golf BS to give you what you really need to know to enjoy the golfing experience.
I'm Doug Smith.
And I'm Cheyenne Woods.
And together we have over 50 years experience playing the game of golf at every level.
Every week we'll break down a new topic in 10 minutes or less, answering some of the most popular questions in golf today.
You're welcome. It's easy to fall victim to someone that poses to be someone that they're not on the internet. In this era that we have all these Insta-celebrities and people posing, like, how do you even know who's an actual coach and who can give you valuable information? Like, what are your credentials? And that's what I'm failing to see, Shy. I'm failing to see some of these influencers who actually have golfing experience, who actually have shot numbers and knows how to manage their emotion in these events that can actually provide value to my golf game. How do I sift through all of this Insta ambiguity?
It's really difficult, especially like you said, in today's day and age where you are overloaded with this platform of Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. There are so many videos, so many people who have the experience or don't have the experience.
They don't have it.
I think the biggest difficulty in golf instructors as well is that even at the professional level, there are some really great golf coaches who don't play golf very well. So it goes both ways of, yes, you teach really well. You might not be a great golfer, but you can explain it really well. Or the opposite of, yeah, you might be a great golfer, but you suck at coaching. So there is some BS that you have to filter through. Even me going online and seeing all these people, it is overwhelming. So we got to figure out some way that these people, our listeners, can filter through the BS, filter through what they can actually use online and what they need to just throw out the door.
I don't even know how to actually help here, right? Because look, there's a coach for every area of everything in golf. You have a putting coaches that you can send videos to. You have swing coaches, nutritionists, short game, mental instructors, psychiatrists, love doctors. I don't know. There's a lot of people that you can send your golf swing to and get a response back. So what I challenge each of you to do is follow these people, test out what they say. Like, I don't want to name drop coaches, but I love following George Gankis, right? I feel like me and Gigi could be best friends and have a drink together. The way he puts his content together, I understand it. It makes sense to me. There are some coaches, and I will not call them out or make mention to them, that I just don't understand how if you do this, a good golf shot is a result. So be as educated as you can as a listener, as a viewer, as a consumer. If you've had good coaches in the past, what has worked for you? And if coaches online are not talking to you kind of in that same vein, it doesn't make sense for you to waste your time hearing what they have to say.
It's one thing as well to be following somebody on Instagram or to be looking at YouTube videos and taking the tips and taking them out onto the golf course. But like you mentioned earlier, there are actually instructors who will Skype you or FaceTime you and have that one-on-one interaction, even though you're not in the same city. I think that's a great opportunity for people to have that very individual instruction online.
Yeah, it makes plenty of sense.
But again, you have to filter out, are these people legit? Are they credible? So do your research, figure out what their teaching style is, how long they've been doing it, and be smart with what you're getting into.
Now, I guess the next question to really answer is, are these video outlets and these video swings worth it? I say hell yeah. Personally, for me and my coach, Scott Hamilton, shout out to Scott, when I was traveling, and even now, to have the ability to send Scott a video and have him just kind of comment over it to say, you're doing this great, you're doing this is awful. And you know Scott, how he does it. This is terrible. And it's so important to be able to have that because he knows my swing. He knows what I need to do to be successful. But he only knew that because I've spent time with him in person. You have to build a rapport in person before you have the ability to be able to send your swings to a coach.
I agree. I love the convenience of being able to send a video, get the feedback, and immediately be able to make those changes. But for me, I personally love the one-on-one. I love being in person, having them there, looking at every single shot, and really working and having the conversation of what are we seeing? What are we doing? So I do love the convenience, obviously, as we're traveling. It's so easy to be able to record. I'm fading it a little bit. What do you see?
People video from the wrong angle, Shy.
That too, which I really wasn't aware of until I've been working with Scott as well. And he likes, the camera angle at the hands down the line or the elbow or whatever. I still don't know, but...
And that's another thing too. So when you're debating if you want to get online lessons, make sure you have a conversation with your coach or the coach about what angle do they like to shoot. There's usually two kind of angles that coaches look from. One is either a down the target line view, which I don't like personally. Or there's a toe line view to make it simple. Most coaches want you to shoot your videos from the toe line at about your hand height. And that's going to give them the best angle to give you the best advice.
Obviously, with the convenience of the videos, you also want to get the best quality out of your lesson. You don't want it to just be a quick, here, this is what I see. You want to make sure that you are truly fixing your worst misses. Yeah. And that's what I'm always telling my coach. What are my misses? I'm either a weak fade or... Yeah, I'm usually a weak fade. So
just a little soft fade, just a little bun out there. You let it fall.
Buttercut, sometimes a little bit more. But you want to be able to identify your misses. That way the instructor knows exactly what they're looking at, and then they can try to fix it from there. Because golf is not a game of perfection. You're not going to hit every single shot perfect. What you want to do is just eliminate the misses, make them a little bit tighter, and you're good to go.
What I want to do, Cheyenne, is I want to open it up and hear from the coaches. The coaches that do coach online, I want to hear from you. What are the things that you're doing and promising your players to help them when you may not be able to get to them in person? Those are the things that I'd like to know so that I can share with the listeners out there, because we want you to play better golf. So this episode, we want to hear from those coaches. Polarizing topic here, Cheyenne.
Very much so.
Are you going to call video lessons, are they birdies or are they BS?
I mean, you made some really great points. And I have to say, with our lifestyle and most people's lifestyle, I'm sure that our listeners have, it's total birdies all day.
Birdies. I agree. I think no internet coach at the end of the day wants... I don't even want to call them internet coaches, right? That's so bad. Yeah. Any coach out there that's giving online lessons, they don't want to mess you up. They all want you to be successful. I think that's something we can all agree on. These coaches want you to be successful, and that's why I believe internet lessons, definitely birdies.
It's time to get technical, and going along the same lines of coaching and self-coaching, we want to talk to you guys about some apps that will help you best record and figure out what exactly is going on with your swing, whether you want to look at it yourself or send it to your online coach. One of my favorites is the V1 that I know Doug uses as well.
I use V1, also use Huddle Technique. It's a great app. I like it because when I did coach and give lessons over the web, I was able to do voiceover as I drew lines. So I love the ability to draw lines. So V1, Huddle are perfect. Also too, coaches nowadays are using Skillist. And I think Skillist is a great app. It actually lets people get lessons from a bunch of great coaches online. They've created this wonderful network of coaches where you can go on, check out coaches, get their philosophies. You can look at that. I also like, just in technology and apps, I love the metronome too.
Yes, that's my favorite for just practice, tempo. You can set exactly what tempo you want for your swing or your putting stroke.
What tempo do you use?
For my putting stroke, I use 76.
76, okay.
I go between 76, 78. It's,
See, I go between like 74 and 76. So, but
okay.
I'm like super quick. So
slow it down.
You need to speed it up. You need to speed it up.
Speaking of the video apps, you have to be able to record yourself. So for me, I've always struggled with trying to set up my phone in my golf bag and put a towel, and somehow it always falls down and my videos look terrible. So I use this little clippy thing that I put on an alignment stick, or you can put it on your golf bag. It perfectly clips your iPhone. It's stable, and you can get whatever angle you need of your golf swing.
A clippy thing.
It's called a clippy thing.
It's a clippy thing. I think the clippy thing you're referring to is the cradle from Selfie Golf.
Yeah,
the little holder thing.
That is the official name. I go with clippy thing, but whatever.
Hey, tomato. One more thing, just a distance measuring device. In the iPhone, they actually have like a tape measure type of app. It's kind of where the level is. I don't even know where it's set in the phone. But you can take a picture of kind of where the hole is, and then you can actually measure in feet. If you want to work on 15 feet, you can measure it, use your phone. You don't have to have the old school tape measure out there like I used to carry, right? So,
or just eyeballing it like I do. Just this looks about right.
yeah,
just put the tee here.
Right. It's like my putter's 34, which is almost a yard. So like 1 putter, 2 putter. So, no, I get it. But, hey, that's it for this week's episode. Thank you guys for tuning in. As always, you know where to find us. Birdies Not BS on IG, Twitter, and Facebook.
Or hit us up at birdiesnotbs.com. Send us all your questions. We're here for you.